can I just talk about Boyhood
Please
a little
do.
bit?
Yeah.
I mean, at any point did you want to say to Richard, just give it the fuck up? It's never gonna happen. Like,
you know, there were many points when I worried that we wouldn't be able to finish Boyhood. You have to understand what's so fun about Boyhood for Richard and I is that we started Boyhood before we did the second Before Sunrise, right? So we did Before Sunset and Before Midnight while we were making Boyhood. And it was so fun. So we were on this kind of, this was our project relating time to character. You know, I knew when he approached me with this idea about a family and growing up and shooting over 12 years that I was kind of being presented something that I'm not sure any actor had been presented before. I mean, maybe they have, but not that I know of, where you can use, where I was gonna get more than a decade to create a character. And I could get to, you mean, imagine if I had played the last scene of the movie when I was 32, when I started the movie. I would have played it totally differently than I would have having lived those years. And it's a fascinating thing to get asked to do. Now, I didn't want him to give up, but I mean, the fact that Jonathan Searing, who's the head of IFC, stayed the president of IFC the whole time, the fact that this cat didn't get fired, I mean, you know, that's, but the fact that the money didn't drop, that was my big fear, was that we would lose financing halfway through. And then as because it really kind of worked like a snowball. When we first started, it did feel a little bit like an experiment. Like, who knows? This is going to sit in Linklater's closet until...
Or the kid who...
Oh, he could have quit anytime.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, you know, you can't sign a contract for 12 years. You can't. It's illegal. And so Eller was under no contractual obligation to finish the movie. Patricia got some giant hit TV show, and she made it part of her TV show that she would get her contract let her out to be in our movie. And so it was a minor miracle that the movie happened at all, and it was, the whole thing was an act of faith. And it's turned into the most, not only is it the most special experience of my film career, it always will be. There's no, I won't do something
so unique.
So unique, you know, I mean, and it was always a dream of mine to be a part of something original like that, and to get to work with a filmmaker whose ethos I so admire. I mean, the one thing that you have to say about Linklater movies is that he seems to genuinely like people. And because the movie is so full of minutia, and it's like a collection of 12 years of scenes that would have been cut out of every other movie, you know. And it makes me think that people must actually secretly like their own lives. I mean, we all complain all the time when we go see these superhero movies as if our own lives are just so mundane, and yet there's something about Rick doesn't. His movies don't need to hyperbolize life. He kind of shoots people as they are. You know, I mean, Patricia Arquette and I often think it would be nice to be in a hit movie where the director did glamorize you a little bit more, you know, that you didn't look so goddamn ordinary. But I love the movie too.